Good Sunday morning. Good Sunday morning, everyone. This is Samantha at Samantha Reacts, and I'm just touching bases. How everyone doing today? Hopefully well on this bright and sunny Sunday, December 18th, 2022. Ooh, this year is almost over. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing, but yeah. It's almost over. 2023 will be here before you know it. And what have we done? What have you done this year that you can say, man, I did that. I was successful in that. I attempted to do that. I almost completed that. Hopefully we can find something that we've done this year that we can say that. I would hate that we went the whole year to not being able to do anything. That would be a waste of a year, people. But yes, so I am going to be doing these live streams probably bi-weekly, every other Sunday. I'm going to test it out. First, I was going to do it every Sunday. Um, with my schedule, I don't see that happening, just to be honest with you. So yeah, I'm gonna try this bi-weekly, every other Sunday, and this will go on for about a few months. It's just a test period, a test trial period, and we'll see how it works. I think I'm gonna have this go between 20 and 30 minutes. It depends on. It depends. It depends. Like right now, the prince is asleep. If the prince wakes up, the stream is over. Pretty much. My little man, he demands attention, and like I said it previously, he's gonna get the attention. Um, and I do say a lot. I had my hubby tell me, he said, "You say a lot." I really do. Well, it's like a placeholder. I don't know. I don't know if that's a good thing or a bad thing. I guess if I'm going live or in a business meeting, doesn't sound good. But for right now, it's 10 o'clock, 10:07. I'm on my second cup of coffee. It's gonna be the word for right now. It's gonna be that placeholder for right now. But yeah. So let me just get into what I want to talk about. It's not really a rant, and so that's another thing. I want to come up with a name for these Sundays. I'm not gonna rant all the time. I can rant, but I'm not miserable like that. So I'm not gonna rant all the time. But I do need to come up with a name for these Sundays. And if you have any ideas or want to give me any feedback on a good name, let me know. This is a live stream, so um, can't see any chats right now. I don't know how to look at that while I'm live streaming from this um, streaming device, but I will learn. I'm I will learn. But anyway, if you can comment, that'll be great because I can't see your live. I can't see the live chat at this moment. So just comment if you have a name or any suggestions. But I did want to talk about briefly what happened yesterday. And I don't know if people know what happened yesterday, but yesterday was a rough afternoon. And I think this was a rough afternoon, not only for Indianapolis Colts fans, but for the whole NFL. What happened yesterday in that Colts versus the Vikings game was the worst thing I've ever seen in football. And I've been watching football for some years. I know a little something, not as much to, of course, coach or officiate a game, even though I can call the plays and I can call the fouls. I know when someone is, neutral zone infraction and things like that. But I just don't understand how Indy blew that lead. I mean, they came out so dominant. And before you knew it, wow. It was kind of like it was weird. It was real weird. Like it was weird. So I have the final score here, and let's see if I do this right. Let's see. Let's see. Final score. Yeah. I hope you can see that. Hope you guys can see that. So the final score 39-36 in overtime. As you can see, it's just a brief. I didn't go in detail right now on this particular stat. I will in a couple minutes. But as you can see, at the end of the first quarter, pretty much at the end of the second quarter, at halftime, that's 33 points right there. You mean to tell me that you were up 33-0 at halftime and you managed to only score 3 more points for the rest of the game? And your defense. Let's talk about defense. I'm not going to dismiss Vikings. I'll be the first person to tell you I can't stand the Vikings. We went to a Vikings game a couple years ago. The people there are horrible. One of the worst experience. Well, let me clarify that. Met some good people there. Met some Seahawks fans. Me and my husband are Seahawks fans. We went to the Vikings game. We went to the game, the Seahawks at the Vikings game. I believe that was the oh God, what do you call it? Before they switched to the 17 games. I can't think of it, but it's the game before the playoffs start. It's one of the wild card game. Thank you. Went to the wild card game a couple years ago. Blair Walsh, of course, who then went to the Seahawks, but at this time he was kicking for the Vikings. He missed that kick that would have won the game. Seahawks won. Oh, but we had this little boy, probably no older than 9, 10 years old, sitting behind us. One, me and my husband was there. We met some other Seahawks fans, a couple. We were the only Seahawks fans sitting in that area. Everybody else was Viking fans. And they do that stupid chant, skull, skull. Hate that chant. I hate it. I hate that chant. Yes, the wild card. Yeah, I'm sorry, babe. I couldn't even remember that. I hate that skull chant. And they do that stupid skull chant. And this little boy, probably no older than 9, 10 years old, was just talking major shit. And I wanted to fight him, y'all. I wanted to punch that kid in his face so bad. I forgot what I told him. I told him something. I forgot. But it was so cold, and it was cold outside. It was like below zero wind chill, and we drove. Yeah, we drove up there, but it was so cold. It was too cold to be that mean, to be that young and mean, and all that. And I just, ooh. So going back to my mini rant about this, I don't like Minnesota. I don't like the Vikings. But Indianapolis clearly did not have any type of defensive plan for the Vikings in the second half of the game. How do you allow 36 points? I mean, how does that work in the brain that as a coach? Oh, yes, I am okay. As a coach, Mr. Jeff Saturday, I don't know if you're if he's an interim coach or is he officially the head coach, but yesterday is not a good look. Yesterday, hey, you're making your critics look good. Your critics are saying you're not qualified to be a coach, a head coach. Your critics are saying that there's people who are more qualified than you. Your critics are saying that you ain't got that job because of your skin color. I don't know. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, he did play for Indianapolis for some years, you know. Um, but as a coach, how do you allow that? Like, how do you mentally allow your team to just die out there? They looked so lethargic and depleted. And what I don't understand is, did you put all your energy out there on in the first half? I just don't understand. It's like the roles flip. Literally, as far as the scoring wise and everything like that. Like, what happened? I'm very curious to know in the mindset of the Colts what happened. But as far as the Vikings go, it is a good win for them. I mean, the Colts were 4-8, well a tie. The Vikings pretty much before yesterday were 10-3. They couldn't afford to lose to a team who's pretty much out the playoffs. I don't know if the Colts have been officially eliminated. They should have been. I mean, 4-8, they should have been, but the Vikings couldn't lose that. Could not have afforded or could not afford to lose that game yesterday. And so they had to win. And they won. They clinched the NFC Central. But I'm not gonna lie, I'm not rooting for them. My Seahawks may not make the playoffs. They still in the position that they can make one of those wild card or one of those three slots. But to be honest with you, I don't think they're gonna make it. But yeah, Minnesota's a joke. I don't believe in Kirk Cousins. I'm not going to even sit here and lie to you. I have no faith in Kirk Cousins. Never have. But he put up some impressive numbers yesterday. 4 touchdowns, 400 something yards. And I think he was 25 out of 35, something like that. I'm gonna give him credit right there, but that's where I stop at, because I don't see him. I don't see him taking that team to the next level. Now, if he do and prove me wrong, hey, he proved me wrong. He's not going to hear this. Maybe he will. We don't know. But I just don't have faith in him. But so with the team stats, let me show you the team stats here. So with the team stats, of course, I mean, if you look at the stats here, you will see it's kind of like almost similar, but yet I guess to me, the biggest difference is the first downs. Total yards, Vikes 518, Colts 341. I mean, give or take, that doesn't really. I mean, that's a 100 some yards difference. Not a big doozy or whatsoever. But look at those passing yards. of 518 yards, 426 was passing yards. So we have to sit here and say, hey, he threw the ball. But we also have to sit here and say, hey, where's the running game for Minnesota? If you're going to take this and be a Super Bowl contender, your rushing yards, your running game has to step up. And I forget the running back name, and I should know this. I see his face, just can't think of his name right now. To me, he's an elite player, an elite running back. But he got to step his game up as well. You're not going to be a contender for the Super Bowl when yes, you can throw, you're throwing, but you're not running the yards, you're not running the plays, or running the yards, rushing the yards. And because I'm pretty sure I see San Francisco. Yes, I talked trash about San Francisco a couple weeks ago. I said, hey, they're gonna go 1-6. Ooh. No, them boys are not gonna go 1-6. Them boys are for real. Those boys. What they try to say Dallas is those boys? No, San Francisco is those boys. And yeah. I want to see a game with San Francisco and the Vikings. I want to see, can the Vikings keep up on that passing, playing a defensive team like San Francisco. San Francisco is first in the NFL in defense. I want to see them go up against San Francisco and see if that passing game or that rushing game will work. If they can pass or rush against San Francisco, then they have a chance. But as of right now, I doubt it. But so yeah, that game was interesting. I missed I'm not gonna lie, that second game, the Baltimore Cleveland game. Yes, I'm happy Deshaun Watson is back. I'll just say it live. I think he's innocent. I think those chicks were paid. Anybody who's sexually assaulted, raped, abused, you want criminal charges. It's not all about money. Sitting here saying, hey, pay me. I'm not going to press charges, but I want to be paid. I can't take you seriously. I really can't. God forbid, but if something were to happen to me, I'm pressing charges, criminal charges. I want to see your ass locked up. I'll get paid later because I'm going to sue you or whatever, but I need you to be in the prison. So I kind of don't buy that story. I think more or less it was, hey, he wanted to be traded. Houston execs, they didn't like that. So, hey, let's tarnish his name. But going back to the game, that Cleveland Baltimore game was boring as hell. He's not up to par yet. He's been out for a whole year and then an additional 12, 13 weeks. So he's rusty. And then Jackson, he's hurt. I think he might be back next week. I wouldn't rush it, to be honest with you, if I was the coach, but if it depends on if I make the playoffs, I do understand that call. But it was a doozy game. It was a boring ass game. It was boring. And I barely watched it. I'm not gonna lie. I watched it and I was on my phone. I had other things. I had more important things to do on my phone, like watching other videos and playing a game, than to watch that particular game. But the last game, that was a beautiful game. I miss little snippets of it, but that was a great game. I had high hopes for Miami at the beginning of the season. I don't know now. I I don't know. I don't know what's up with them. Hopefully They come around and make one of those spots, one of those 3 spots. If not, try again next year. But yeah, so jumping from that, oops. So it's some more games that come on today. And I know you're about to see my wonderful desktop screen. Because again, I'm new at this. I'm learning. I will excel at this one day. But today, it's not that day. So you're about to see some stuff that you probably be like, oh my God, Alicia. Oh my God, Samantha. Oops. Oh my God, Samantha. You should know how to do this. You should know how to do that. I don't know how to do it yet. Yes, my name is Samantha. Get it right. Let's see. Bam. Okay. I don't know if you can see it. Hopefully you can see it. I can see it. Okay, so of course, we had the games yesterday. Blech. We had that Thursday game. Blech. They said, Gino, we trust. I don't know. I'm not trusting you right now, Gino. Stop laughing at me. But I don't know. We got the Falcons at the Saints. Crappy game. I think both teams are out of it right now. Who cares? I don't care. I don't care who wins that game, personally. I don't even know who. I mean, I know who the quarterback is for both. I know who the quarterback is for both teams, but I think I do. Mariota, is he still quarterbacking for the Falcons, or did they bench him? I don't know. And then you got Hill, and then you Hill and Ginger. Can't think of his name right now. Gingerbread man. For the Saints. What is his name? What is that guy's name? Oh, I am drawing a blank this morning on these players' name. I know them. I know. I see their face. He's a ginger. All that red hair. Anywho, don't care about that game. I don't care who wins that game. But I'm gonna say the Falcons gonna win. Whatever. Then you got the Steelers and the Panthers. Don't care about that game either. But I will say this. Ah, yes, Andy Dalton. Thank you, hubby. Oh, my hubby has helped me out here with these names and stuff. Ah, thank you, hubby. Anywho, the Panthers. The Steelers at the Panthers. It's a boring game as well, pretty much. But the Panthers are 5-9. Although they're 5-8. They're not officially out of it yet, so I would keep my eye on them because as a Seahawks fan, if they win a couple more games, they can overtake us. And then we're out, right? Of course. Then you got the Eagles 12-1 against the Chicago Bears 3-10. I'm gonna say that's a no-brainer. In the words of Chicago fans, bear down. Yeah, this season is bear down again. 3-10. Disgusting. Yep. The new name should be bear up or something. Change the name because now the team is pathetic. Now, bear down. You guys are 3-10. 3-10. Justin Fields, young quarterback, has major potential. A lot of learning he needs to do. Maybe he might learn something today from the Eagles. I'm not an Eagles fan, but they're doing great things. I have a couple of acquaintances who are big, huge Eagle fans. In the words of my altar, fuck y'all. Seriously. But, anywho, whatever. Chiefs at the Texans. Lovie Smith probably about to be fired again, unfortunately. Texans are 1-11-1. Horrible. Chiefs 10-3. Y'all should have this. Let's see. Then you get the Cowboys and the Jaguars. Cowboys 10-3. How about them boys? Them boys trash. But anywho, they're 10-3. Whatever. The Jaguars 5-8. They're at the Jaguars. Lawrence is playing good now. I can see a monkey wrench being thrown in here and the Jags win. I'm just saying. Matter of fact, I'm going to call it. The Jags win by a touchdown. By 7 points. I'm calling it now. Good game here. A potential game that could affect both the NFC and the AFC. The Lions at the Jets. Both teams are on the outside looking in, but they are a win or two away from being in. So this is going to be a good matchup. I actually think the Jets are going to win this one. The Lions have been doing great for the last couple of weeks. I'm happy that they are starting to feel themselves. You can see that they're motivated now, because last year, early this year, it was horrible. I hate to see that coach cry. That coach cried real tears, and made me cry because I cry off everything. Anytime I see anybody cry, guess who starts crying? Me. Why? Don't know. But I got the Jets winning. It's going to be a good game. It's going to be a defensive game. So I don't see the score being past 20 on both teams. I'll say 17 to 14, something like that. Cardinals at the Broncos. You know, I don't even know what to say about Russell. I know last week that was a nasty hit. He got a concussion. I have to see if he's playing today. He should not be playing today, honestly. The quarterback for the Cardinals. I am forgetting names today. You know, he tore his ACL. They said it was a clean tear. I don't know if it's the same knee. What's his last name? Kyle. I can't think of his name right now. But this is going to be a horrible game. Don't watch it. Don't even waste your time. Please don't. If it comes on my red zone, which I hope it don't, but I know it's going to come on the red zone, I hope they spend less than 5 seconds on it and then move away. Whatever. Patriots at the Raiders. Okay. I can see that game. I mean, again, the Patriots are knocking. The Raiders are not officially eliminated, but they're close. I got the Patriots by 2 touchdowns. Yeah, I'm calling it. They're at the Raiders, but I'm calling it. Patriots winning by 2 touchdowns. Then you have the Titans at the Chargers. This is going to be a great game. Henry has to redeem himself. Those 2 fumbles last week was horrific. When do Derrick Henry turn over the ball? Never. But he did last week twice. Redemption time, Henry. Redemption time. But Herbert, I think I pronounced his name right. I mean, he's making a case for himself that he's moving on up, and both teams are in the playoff scene. So this is a game that not only will be entertaining, but can affect the AFC. Both teams are AFC contenders. Then you have the Bengals and the Buccaneers. You know, Tom Brady is the GOAT. As much as people don't want to admit to it, he's the GOAT. And he will always be the GOAT. Like Michael Jordan's the GOAT. Let's not get that twisted. But I think the Bengals going to win this one. The Bengals have been playing great. Their quarterback has been playing great. Their whole team efficiency has been great. Yes, they're going to be in Tampa Bay. Yes, Tom Brady's a go. But I just don't see the Bucks winning today. I see the Bengals going into Tampa Bay and putting on a show, a defensive show. I mean, does Tom Brady leave with 10 points? Mike Evans, where you at? Julio Jones, where you at? What's his name? The running back, Fournette, where you at? You guys were top. You guys are top names. Where you at? You been quiet. Mike Evans, jump. I need you to jump. Catch a ball. Catch a fucking ball. Mini rant. Tonight's game, Giants and Washington Commanders. Perfect game. They played, 2 weeks ago, and then a tie. Hopefully they don't tie it again. Perfect game for Sunday Night Football. I got Washington. I don't trust the Giants this year. I got Washington. Then you got tomorrow night football game. Rams and Packers. So whatever game, to be honest with you. Both teams are not making the playoffs. I think the Rams have a bigger excuse of players hurt. Excuse me. The Packers, they need to just, I'm going to upset some Packers fans, but it's okay. Pack Nation, cheeseheads, whatever you want to call yourselves. Maybe it's time to start grooming Love more. Aaron Rodgers, yes, he is good. He's starting to slow down a little bit. Hopefully, you guys are grooming the next quarterback, Love. He has an arm. He's accurate. He's not afraid. Groom him properly. If you don't groom him properly, he's not going to be efficient. Aaron Rodgers needs to teach him. Needs to teach him. You could tell by the actions on the sideline, some of these games, that Aaron Rodgers don't want to teach. He doesn't want to listen. He wants to dominate and say what he's going to do. But he is not in the position to do that. You're not the coach. Play your part as a teammate. But he's not going to do that because he's arrogant. So those are the games today and tomorrow. I'm excited. I love football. I love sports. I have no information on NBA today because I have not kept up with the NBA for the last couple of days. All I know is my two teams, the Bulls and Golden State, both suck ass. I do think that Golden State will eventually bring it up, and they may make the playoffs. 8 seed, 7 seed, that round, that wild card round, that new wild card round they do in the NBA. I don't have faith in my Bulls. I don't know what's going on. They changed the head coach. The head coach they have now, I say he's pretty good. I just don't know what it is. I mean, they spent money to bring players in. I just don't know what it is. But anywho, so that's the sports for you. That's the football sports. I don't watch soccer. Soccer we call it here in America. It's called soccer. All around the world, it's football. I don't watch soccer, but I do know Argentina is up, I believe, against France. I think I saw that right. I could be wrong. Last score was 2-0. I think that's the World Cup. Whoever wins the World Cup. Congrats to both for making it. Stop the racism. Just because they're black, just because they come from different countries of Africa and representing France don't mean anything bad. Stop the racism. Just stop. You know, it makes you look very immature. Not only immature, it makes you look intimidated. A lot of people always bring up the race of these soccer players. Truth be told, you're intimidated that they can play, and you wish they were on your team. Let's just be honest. So, yeah, that's my little rant about that. Let's close this out. Yes, Samantha reacts. Hopefully, you guys see as I talk. I saw this on another YouTube page, and when they were live, every time they talk, their logo, their icon was like a speaker. It was like boom, 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 boom. So hopefully you see that. I can't see it. But hopefully you can see it. If you can't, let me know, and maybe next time I'll have it working. I thought it will be working now. Okay. Anywho, so moving along. I have another 15 minutes. I'm going to do this. 10 to 15 minutes. I'm just going to go through it real fast. So, if anybody who knows me know I love Drake. I love the Champagne Poppy. Love him. But he's going on tour next year. I don't do concerts. Too many people. People are crazy out here. I don't do concerts. But I'm excited he's going on tour. When the last time Drake went on tour? It was definitely before the pandemic. But he announced that on another live stream. I think he was on a live stream called representing a company called Stake. And they had a live stream. And he told them, he's like, yeah, I'm going on tour. So we'll see what happens with that. Moving on over to movies. I'm sure everybody heard about what's going on with DC, the shakeup in DC. You know, James Gunn and I think his name is Peter Safran took over co-CEO, DC Movies. Hey, they fired Henry Cavill as Superman. They fired the man. The man chose Superman over The Witcher. Was told he was going to continue playing Superman. Then they hired Peter Safran and James Gunn. Peter Safran and James Gunn say, wait a minute, time out. Yeah, they told you this. Then they hire us, but we don't want that. And they have every right. So now they fire Henry Cavill, Superman. I'm pretty sure that means that Gal Gadot, who plays Wonder Woman, is gone. We already know Ezra Miller, who plays the Flash, is, once this movie come out, that's it of him because of all that reckless shit he was doing. You kidnapping 12-year-old kids and grooming them. Whatever. Sick stuff. But, Jason Momoa, Aquaman. Wonder what's going to happen with that because everybody, we all know Amber Turd is in the movie. Yes, her name is Amber Turd. She's in the movie. Can't take out the movie. The storyline, she has the baby. So, we pretty much know that movie is going to flop. But I'm saying all that to say, all these characters are part of the whole Snyderverse thing. And it's just crazy on this Bluebird social media, Twitter, of these people with these hashtags talking about fire James Gunn, Snyderverse, and all this. That cult, that Snyderverse cult is crazy. Me personally, that 4-hour part or that 4-hour Snyderverse Justice League, the music was horrible. I said, what the fuck is this? No. I know that other director, can't think of his last name, that Josh guy, Josh Whedon, thank you. I know he's a douchebag. I've heard it different times from different actors. Straight douche. But that Snyder cut, that was horrible. And people are defending that shit? That was horrible. He didn't even tell the whole story. He didn't even tell the whole story. He only told half of the story. But yet these people are on Twitter talking about, hey, fire James Gunn. I haven't seen anything about fire Peter Safran, but fire James Gunn. Hey, let's boycott Guardians of the Galaxy 3 because James Gunn needs to be fired. Oh, let's boycott anything else of James Gunn because James Gunn sucks. No, how about James Gunn has a vision and it's working? Him and Peter Safran are working with WB to revamp DC. Because as of right now, DC sucks. As of right now, as a Marvel fan, I'm laughing at DC. You guys suck. And so, yes, you got James Gunn, you got Peter Safran. They're taking out stuff that is waste. It's wasted material. Get rid of it. I love Gal Gadot. I love her acting. I love her playing Wonder Woman. But let's be honest, Wonder Woman 1984 was trash panda. That shit was disgusting. I don't even have the money, how much money it made. Who cares how much money it made? It didn't make a lot of money compared to how much it was put out. It was trash. And yes, the young lady who wrote the movie said they changed her whole movie just so they can put it out. I believe that. Because that movie was trash. 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 They wasted Steve Trevor's storyline. They wasted it. Wasted it. It was trash. Trash, trash, trash. So, she had pitched Wonder Woman 3, I guess, storyline. And James Gunn and Peter Safran said no. So she went elsewhere. So I don't know. I don't know what's going on, but I do know that DC is revamping everything, and they are digging, and what's the word? The construction term I'm trying to think of that I can't think of right now. They are bulldozing all the bullshit ass movies and shows, and they're going to build a beautiful, beautiful resort. Let me just say it like that. Moving on, but still related to Twitter. Elon, what are you doing to Twitter? You Twitter is already a complicated social media platform because you have a bunch of trolls, you have a bunch of people who want to be trolls, and then you have a bunch of people who really be on there for business and for communication. So, but Elon, he's a troll, and he's trying to show himself as not being a troll, but he's a troll. And so he stays on Twitter making troll-like comments, troll-like tweets. And then, oh, why is this being said? Oh, why is this? And so let me say this now before or whatever, but let me say this. No, I do not condone anyone being stalked. Let me say that now. I don't condone that. But Elon is lying. And he wants that attention. And that's some Trump shit. You want the richest men in the world, richest people in the world, and you want that much attention. Bro, you're lying. Ain't nobody following your kid. Ain't nobody following you thinking it's you and your kid. If they follow because they thought that you was that rapper. They thought that you was, I forgot his name, Lil whatever. They thought it was them. When they saw it was your pale face ass, they bounce. Nobody is stalking you. Stop lying. Nobody gives a fuck about you. Stop lying. And I hate that he's doing all this lying and then he throws it out there and try to make a political statement about it. No. 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 And then you got these dumbass Republicans or whatever, conservatives. Oh, well, Elon, woo, 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 and he being stalked, his kid being stalked. They're not being stalked. Stop lying. You are causing more division. You are causing more division than anything by you lying. Just stop lying. And it's social media is already weird, but when you have a troll who's over a platform who trolls and then hides his hand, he throw a rock and then hides his hand. Ain't no respect. Ain't no respect at all. You need to just sell this shit to somebody else and keep it moving. Stick to what you do best. You do best with the rockets and all that other stuff. Do that. Because this blue bird ain't for you, Elon. And so my last topic, it's a very short and simple topic. I am so happy that Kanye has been quiet, y'all. That man has been quiet. Somebody told him to shut the fuck up. Maybe he heard my prayers. I actually asked the Lord, can you please make him shut up? Dude, you fumbled the bag already. You're embarrassing not only yourself, but your family, your kids, everybody. Shut up. Go get some help. Smoke a blunt. Do something. Maybe he took my advice. Did he hear this, people? Did he hear my rant a couple weeks ago? Was it my birthday? Last week, really. Did he hear it? Did he hear my rant, people? That was my birthday rant for him to shut the fuck up and get help. And I think he heard it, people. I think he heard it. So, I'm going to end today by saying I love you all. Stay true to yourself. Let's not be mean to each other. But let's be real to each other. If there's an issue, say it. I'm pretty sure this broadcast ain't for kids. So no kids should be listening to what I'm saying. This is for us grown people. You grown. Apologize. I know in my case, I got some people mad at me. I don't know what I did. If they come and tell me what I did, I'll apologize. I don't know what I did. I literally don't know what I did. And on the flip side, I got some issues with people. It's 2022. I have to bring it out. I'm not going to hold this forever. Now, I've already stated some of my issues to some of these people. Now, I don't let people who and I'm just being real. I'm being real right now. I don't let people who I don't know like that or who I've just met or whatever. I know you less than 2 or 3 years. You know, you do something. I don't let that bother. But family or I've been knowing you half my life. I've been knowing you for over 10 years. And you do some fucked up shit. We're going to talk about it. We got to talk about it. But anywho, I love you. The prince is still asleep. So you know what that means. I'm on my second cup of coffee. I might even try to get in a reaction. I try to do a reaction to that new Netflix series Wednesday. Copyright struck. I see what I did wrong. Okay. I almost said FB. Okay, YouTube. I'm gonna fix it. I'm not a quitter. I do get discouraged, but I'm not a quitter. But so I'm ending this stream. I hope I do this right. You should see my thank you page. You're not going to hear any music. If it needs music, let me know if it needs music. But I love you guys. And have a great week. Oh, and if you celebrate the holidays, have a great holiday. Bye.